And like that, I'm right back. Yes, if you haven't watched my last video, you should go do that because that's my official contest entry. And I was like, hey, I got a little time on my hand. Let me do a quick haul video for all the fans out there to see what's out there and what's going on. First, I have to thank a viewer out there who wished to be not named. Remain unnamed, I guess I should say. They brought up a very good point of something that I mentioned on Blast and Stash It several times. Hey, I'll give any comic book 2 issues to convince me to keep reading it. And they kind of pointed out that I was they didn't feel that I was being fair to the new Wonder Twins comic book out there. And begged, well, no, they did not beg. They did not beg, nor did they demand, but they politely requested that I at least give it one more issue. And I said, okay. So the first one that we picked up was Wonder Twins number 2. We'll give it 2 issues. We'll see where it goes. Good thing in this one, we get the monkey in this one, apparently. So that's a good thing. When I was a kid, watching this as, a young lad in Virginia. I don't know why I use lad. I kind of liked them. They were kind of broke up the monotony of the superheroes in the Hall of Justice. And in this one, they didn't do that. They just kind of hung out. So we'll see what happens in this one. And we apparently get a first appearance of the Legion of Annoyance. I just don't like that name. I'll be honest with you. I don't know how this one's going to go, but I would love to be pleasantly surprised. However, if you want to hear all my reviews, Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, over at Blaster or Stash It, you're going to hear my review. And I promise you this, I will give a review of issue number 2 just to settle that, just to be done with it. Like I said, hopefully it surprises me. I don't know. I'm not making up my mind on it. I'm not overly convinced it will, but that's for the writer to change my mind, not me. So moving on. What else do we got? We got Winter Soldier number 4. Man, I've really been liking this, and this is like opposite day because we had the issue with RJ behind the scope, and we had Winter Soldier in there. And they kind of opposite day on the covers. I don't know, maybe they're running out of ideas. However, I do like where this story's been going. I can't wait to get some more of that goodness. I can't wait. Man, Superman number 9. I don't know what's going on with Liefeld. I don't know. What's going on with that face right there? It's like he's doubling down on that last mistake he made. I don't get it. And I don't know how that's even a thing. Where's his neck? What... I don't know. It was so bad I had to get it. And the story's been kind of... So why do you keep picking it up, Joey? Because I need books to blast on Blaster or Stash It. If they were all good books, it would just be Stash It, to be quite honest. Next, I got Old Man Quill, number 3. All right, this has been kind of a slow burn. It's had its little burst of ingenious nostalgia and some humor in it, and hopefully we'll get some more of that kind of spaghetti western strange cowboy that has had traumatic things to them, and hopefully we'll see finally the reemergence of Quill as we know him as an old man. And I'm really kind of looking forward to that. You know it's coming because it's classic storytelling, and it always comes off very well. Well, no, I shouldn't say always, but in most cases it does. Let's see if this writer can do that. Next I have, and man, I kind of picked up the first one, and I was just absolutely amazed by this. I went ahead and picked up this Marvel's Anointed. First off, the cover alone is good job there. That is just epically beautiful. And we're going to get some more of, I presume, classic stories being told in a different... Yeah, okay. We are. We're getting classic stories of X-Men told from the point of view of the people around it at that time. And I find that stuff interesting, not overly entertaining, but interesting. The first one was a slow burn. But once you got through it, I don't know, it just kind of developed the world more for me, I guess, from the classic story and knowing what's going on the sidelines. I don't know, sometimes I'm weird that way, but hopefully this kind of does that too, because I want some more of that until it just gets weird and boring. Next, we got Dead Man Logan number 5. This is of a 12-issue run. This has been okay. Like, of all the side Wolverine stories, like Return of Wolverine, that got stupid. And then we got Dead Man Logan. This has been good. And then we got Wolverine Infinity Watch, which we're all on pins and needles to see if that's going to be any good. But I would say out of all the secondary stories of Wolverine that have been coming out lately, this has probably been one of the more enjoyable ones. So kudos to that. Next, we got a new issue that just came out. I don't really know much about it. I avoided the summaries from it. This is Calamity Kate. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Let's see what this is about. Somebody tried to spoil it for me. The art's pretty childlike in it. Let's give it a read and let's see where this goes. Let's see if it tells us anything. Next, I had to pick this up. Like, oh my god. And all the other kind of off-ball variants for this, I just could not get my hands on. Like, I genuinely tried. And this, after 4 comic book shops, by then it was already too late to buy anything online. And I was just like, I don't want to pay, like, ridiculous prices. Like, I'll do $50 on a comic book. But, man, not any more than that. But I was happy to get this issue here. I really like what they're doing with the it's almost kind of cardboard covers to it. And I know some people out there right now, my hardcore collectors, are like, stop leaving the comic book around. Okay, I'm sorry. But I'm really looking forward to this. I'm really digging this whole Batman Who Laughs thing and the grim Batman and then Batman himself. And I'm kind of liking it's almost like the 3 selves that are constantly explored in psychology. And I think, well, it's actually 4 selves, but 3 that we recognize. And I really like the way it's kind of played because it does kind of play into that concept. And I really enjoy that. And now we get that grim Batman, the one who doesn't have a problem with dropping bodies left and right and kills people left and right. And he thinks he's doing it for the right reasons. Okay, let's do this. Let's take me on that rabbit hole. Let's ride that roller coaster. Next, we got Avengers No Road Home. Man, this is some good reading. I can't sing the praises of this. Plus, I was able to get this kind of unique looking variant. I like, I take it back. I like what they were going here. I don't much like for the Hulk face on here. It's like it doesn't match for some reason. I don't know what that's about. But I like the color scheme to it. I like how they're playing with the purples. And of course, we got Hawkeye in the background there getting ready to possibly drop another body or drop Hulk's body again, which he still hasn't quite forgiven, we found out a couple of issues ago. So this is going to be interesting. Can't wait to dive into that. Next, as Guardians of the Galaxy. I feel obligated to this book. I don't know why. I've really been enjoying the story. And the truth is, I could have dropped it the last issue and picked up something different. But for some reason, I just find these characters extremely relatable. And I really enjoy reading this story. And they're coming into a new arc right now. And I don't know. Maybe, do I like it? Do I love it? I don't particularly find it interesting. But it is entertaining. I will say that. It is an entertaining read. Next, so I was pleasantly surprised last week getting Vader Dark Visions. And I was like, what other kind of comic books are out there that I'm not picking up? Because I never bought a Star Wars comic book. And I don't think ever in my life. But I can only think back so far. So I'm like, what else am I missing? Like G.I. Joe, that kind of, I don't know. And then I'm looking through there. And I'm like, what better time to jump on a new comic book than number 1? And boom, there it is. We got Transformers. And I loved Transformers. Didn't so much care about the comic book when I was a kid. But man, that cartoon movie that came out where the porn star was singing, "You got the touch." Dun, dun. Like, I rocked that song out. Like, that was my jam with my torn up jeans and my denim jacket. And I think I was wearing a denim shirt. I was like the denim prince back in the 80s. It was Bon Jovi was a thing. Don't think about it. But to be able to pick up Transformers number 1 on a number 1 and watch that story. And from this, we also get I believe the origin story of Cybertron. So that's kind of cool. Okay. Or was it Galvatron? Man, I should have reviewed that before I did this video. I didn't do that. But Anyway, there's an origin story in here. So, yeah, let's pick that up. Let's get that in a read, and we'll review it Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Blast It or Stash It. Next, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. You see what I did there? Okay, I said, okay, I'm not buying any more Batgirl or Catwoman comic books strictly for the covers, because I just don't believe in paying $5 for art or $3.99 for a small piece of art. And then I turn around and notice I'm not even looking you in the eyes because I'm ashamed of myself. I have to look away. I did it anyway. I did it. Oh, but come on. How can you not buy that cover? It screams everything Catwoman is. The sleek line, the design, the sneaking in, the goggles, and just a smirky, mischievous smile on her face. It definitely screams it all. And as always, since I bought it, I gotta read it. So we're gonna go ahead and give that a breeze through as well. Man, this next book, they have been building up for a great story arc here. Bringing in characters that we haven't seen in a while and just really rocking everything out. And that is Amazing Spider-Man. This is issue number 17. This is The Hunted. If you don't know what's happened up to this point, basically, Kraven the Hunter has hired Taskmaster and the Black Ant to kidnap all the themed villains. Now, we assume that it's themed villains because that's all they've really shown, except for a Lizard Boy and now Catwoman. Or not Catwoman, Black Cat. See, got Catwoman on the brain. But anyway, so they're all being kidnapped, and he's allowing people to hunt them in a more honorable way in his own weird, twisted mind, because these were hunters that were hunting in Africa. Okay, I went with that. That's a little weird, but I definitely want to see this hunt happen. I want to see the villains and even some of the superheroes, and I want to see Spider-Man have to rise above himself to stop regular people from hunting bad guys and find some way to justify it at the end. That's kind of interesting. Interesting concept going on there. Who's doing the bad thing if they're bad guys, right? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it might get a little weird. Who knows? Next, I said I was going to drop this run too. Man, I've just told you all kinds of just egregious lies. Like, I don't know why you watch this channel. I'm such a liar. I went ahead and picked this up. I did pre-order all these when they first came out with these weird X series things, and I was just getting completely annoyed by them. And then I just got to thinking about this one in particular, and Apocalypse being a love hippie, because that's what all the covers tend to suggest. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I got to do it. I lied to my community, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna read it. God, I'm an idiot. Just out of sheer curiosity alone. Let's see what happens. No, I didn't get the last number one issues. And normally I'm not a number one issue hunter. It's not really my thing. But I had to. I just want to know more about how this thing is a thing. Next, we got Uncanny X-Men number 1, The Skrulls. This is the beginning story for Winter's End. Pretty good art in it, I believe. Oh, what's Ice Boy's name? It doesn't matter. Picked this up because, one, it is a new arc, and we try to give you all the best reviews on Blaster Stash It. But I really like the cover with the old school X-Men on it, and then the Skrull are kind of significant. And I want to see how they play them more in the comic book realm from the television to see what their role will be. So that's kind of a neat thing. X-Force number 4. Man, this has been everything we love about X-Force. Gritty, rough, raw, just good X-Force stuff. It's great classic and always some mysterious things going on in the background. This is a good read. I'm glad they didn't get too crazy with this. I've been enjoying it. I'm pretty sure you would too. Speaking of good stuff that I just love to read, X-23. Man, Honey Badger and X-23 have been playing well off of each other in this. And in this one, we get the origin story of X-Assassin. In this one, if you remember in the last issue, they did one pager where Honey Badger and X-Assassin are now teamed up, and they're going to go help X-23. And And not sure how X-23 feels about all this. And Honey Badger generally sees her as a family member, a sister. So we got family, we got some biases. We got a lot of weird things going on in this extremely simple comic book. So definitely check it out. It's good themed stuff. Next, I picked up Wonder Woman number 66. I've been enjoying this story arc that we've been on, the last story arc and this story arc, until last issue. And I didn't think it would be fair to drop it at that point. So I'll give it another issue. Plus, they're coming out with great covers for this, too. Again, I don't know what's going on this week with faces. It's like, I don't know, that just looks weird to me. What do you think? I'm not overly impressed. It just doesn't fit. But the rest of it's really beautiful if you glance at it. If you don't know, the mascara and all the magical realms have disappeared, and that transplants refugees into our world. And they kind of played heavily on how that works, and we know where that's coming from. But they kind of been playing off this other thing, too, that where Trevor waits for Wonder Woman to come home. And it just doesn't fit the story because Trevor is a soldier. He goes and he fights wars. And apparently he takes a back seat and waits for Wonder Woman to fly in and get him involved. I don't know. He's trying to explain it to Aphrodite. I think something might grow there. I don't know. I'm hoping so, and it's just not some little passive thing to do like a tongue-in-cheek political talk. I hope that's not the case. I hope they develop that story. Otherwise, you're wasting good space in comic books because it's an easy blow over. I know that's horrible. All right, next, my sleeper. Man, I have been enjoying this comic book. This is not the most action-packed comic book out there, but the banter and the wittiness and the way that it's written. And it just has great art in it, too. Very clean, sharp art. And that's Gunning for Hits. This is basically takes place inside the music industry. We got a David Bowie-looking character who's just been introduced to us. We got a new band trying to get their break. And we have their agent, who obviously has a past in a more, shall we say, dangerous field, if you didn't know there were others. Whether it's military or mobster, we know that there's some sort of special forces training there. We know that he's done some very bad things in the past. But he's very witty, very slick, and man, I just love the way he talks to people. It's really smooth. Definitely, if you haven't checked these out yet, at this point you may have to go back and get issue number 1, but I highly recommend it. So what's new and what's shaking? Let's keep you updated, folks. We got C2E2 coming up. Man, it's hard to believe it's just about a week away. It's going to be great to see all the great YouTubers down there at C2E2. Hey, I can't wait to meet you. If you're there, just let me know. Hit me up on Instagram, comment down below. Whatever you got to do, let me know you're there. We'll plan some sort of meetup or I know some of the guys already kind of have a meetup planned. Once we formulate that, we'll make sure we get the message out to everybody. So make sure I can get a hold of you. Number 2, I've launched my official 100 subscriber competition or contest. If you don't know, we're picking 2 winners, and basically we're going to pick a philosophical point and a psychology point, or psychological point, of something that a comic book taught you in one of those 2 fields. Feel free to put in 2 times if you want. That is perfectly fine. We're going to end the contest sometime after C2E2. That way I can have time to kind of review everything as it goes through. Heck, if you see me at C2E2 and you want to film it right then and there, I'll break up my phone and film you. Not a problem. But definitely have fun with this competition. That is the point. You don't have to get deep or anything. You can be as shallow as you want, deep as you want. But hey, just keep it light, keep it fun, and let me know if it's okay to share it in public. Shoot me the link or comment down below, or send it to my Instagram account or one of the chat rooms that we're all a member of, the Blaster, Stash It, Comic, or whatever. Just get it to me. And I'm happy to throw it on the list. We'll score it, and then we'll pick 2 winners again. You can enter twice if you'd like. What's in the boxes? What's in the boxes? I'm putting in some surprises. Yeah, I'm going to keep it there. These are going to be pre-mode. They're already packed and ready to go. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't like what comes in these boxes, you're not a comic book person, to be honest. So definitely hit that up if you have the time, energies, and efforts, and you think it's valuable, by all means. But most of all, have fun with it. Have fun with it. Have fun with it. I've also launched another online comic book auction. Links down below, down in the description. Hey, if you want to go over there and check it out, pay the price that you want, get the comic books you like. We have lot sales in there and single issues as well. Definitely some good stuff in there. So swing by and check that out. I believe that auction actually officially ends on the 26th, but you can put in a standing bid as you feel necessary. Hey guys, I don't have anything else. It's been a great day. Don't forget, Blaster or Stash It, Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to review some comic books. And also come by and check out the live chat. If you saw something in this list and you think you want to hear the review of it, throw it in the comment or in the chat, and we'll be happy to make sure that we push that up front. You control this channel. I'm just a producer, man. You're the star. So definitely check it out. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. I don't have any other videos, and I got a meeting in about 10 minutes downtown. So, hey, guys, as always, stay cool, keep chill, and have a good time. Bye.